Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Kawhi Leonard Dallas Mavericks video. Now, I know the chances are extremely low. I know the chances are just extremely low. Kawhi leaves LA. Now, I made a whole video about that on my channel if you want to go check that out, guys. But before we get into this video, if you enjoy it, hit the like button, hit that sub button. If we could get this video to 25 likes, that would be awesome. We hit 4.5K subscribers this morning or this afternoon. I'm actually at it right now. So thank you guys so much for that. We are only 500 away from 5,000. Now, as I mentioned a couple of seconds ago, I made a Kawhi Leonard video. I've made a few Kawhi videos about him going to the Rockets, about him not leaving the Clippers. Basically, the basics are, I don't think Kawhi Leonard leaves LA. I think maybe he probably will decline his player option to restructure a contract. But to be quite honest with you, I don't even know with the future of LA right now, because I don't know if Kawhi Leonard wants to be paired up with Paul George. We don't know what's going on inside of his head. So to me, they would have won the NBA Finals, or they would at least be in the NBA Finals right now had Kawhi not gotten injured. And I think Kawhi probably knows that as well. So I'm sure they're going to give it at least one more year. So that could be a reason why he doesn't do anything. He just accepts his player option, gives LA one more year. Now, it's interesting to even note about him leaving because that's where he went, or that's where he wanted to go. And Ballmer and the Clippers, they did everything in their power to get Kawhi Leonard to the Clippers, and they're going to do everything in their power to make sure he stays on the Clippers. If he wants a new star, he's going to get a new star. Now, personally, I just think that they need a better playmaking point guard. So once they figure that out, hopefully this offseason, I really like this Clippers team. I really like Kawhi Leonard. Now let's talk about him. 24.8 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, 5.2 assists, and 1.6 steals per game. Now, he also had just a phenomenal shooting percentages of 51.2% from the floor and then 39.8% from three, and an even better 88.5% from the free throw line. Now, that's not even the best part about his statistics. He only averages 2 turnovers per game. He is literally almost a perfect basketball player when he is healthy. And if you were to list every single one of his strengths, we would be here all day. He is an absolute elite defender, and he takes the difficulty of tough assignments. Now, sometimes earlier in the season, or he may have load management. We'll talk about that here in a second, but he is also an elite scorer. He's not only elite on the defensive end, but he is an elite scorer, and he has just one of the best mid-range games ever. So regardless of if there's a contest or not, his mid-range jump shot, it's probably going in. Now, one thing that the Mavericks could really use this next season is his free throw shooting. 88.5% is truly phenomenal. And ever since Dirk Nowitzki, the Mavericks haven't really had a guy to come in and close games at the free throw line. So 5.2 assists per game, that's also a career high. Now, we'll talk about some weaknesses really briefly because he doesn't have too many. It's really only injuries. He's had plenty of injuries in his entire career, and it's not, no one really knows how much attention he needs right now, but he injured his quad, and he's going to require load management. I don't even know the last time Kawhi Leonard didn't load manage, even if he wasn't fully injured, or even if he was fully healthy. He's going to take load management, and so when you think about it, it would not be good to keep Kristaps Porzingis, because you can't have 2 players with this high of injury risk, this much load management. It just would not be ideal. It would not be ideal. So if Kawhi Leonard somehow signs with the Dallas Mavericks, I think their first plan of action should be to deal Kristaps Porzingis. And the beauty about that is you really have a whole bunch of different options. You already have Luka Doncic, so you could go out. You can really figure out and pick who you want to get, either free agency, because Kristaps Porzingis is on a huge contract, so trading away his salary would certainly be beneficial to him. Or match the salary and get a player back of value. And either way, it's a win-win for the Dallas Mavericks because KP, for some reason, especially in this year's playoffs, or really only in this year's playoffs, he didn't play like he's 7-3. I mean, still, even in the regular season, he was hovering around the three-point line too much. And otherwise, the Kristaps Porzingis, even if you were to keep him and take on that risk, the fit is just phenomenal. With Luka Doncic there as well, they would fill out literally 40%, I'm not good at math. They would literally fill out 40% of the All-NBA first team, and he's like literally, I mean, these are two offensive and defensive, relatively good players. You know, Luka, I mean, defensively, I guess he isn't really anything to speak tons about, but Kawhi Leonard, on the other hand, you're getting an all-defensive team guy. You have 40% of the All-NBA first team, and he's not a defensive liability, and he could even be the secondary ball handler to Luka. Now, if they were to sign Kawhi Leonard somehow, this would be an immediate team for a veteran in the NBA to go to. Because right now, this would be Luka Doncic, one of the youngest GOATs, in my opinion. I mean, this guy is literally becoming a living legend with these statistics that he is putting up. And Kawhi Leonard in the playoffs is just on a different level. This is the help that Luka Doncic needs. This is the help that Mark Cuban needs to pair him with if they're somehow able to make it work. I mean, this would be one of the clear-cut choices to go to for any free agent if this were to happen. And if you have any NBA team with two first-team All-NBA players, I mean, they are immediately going to be a threat to win the NBA Finals. And so this would be one of the best solutions to Kawhi Leonard's kind of recent issues since he left Toronto. Isn't that long ago, but no point guard. The Clippers, they don't have a point guard. Luka Doncic, he's a playmaker. And Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, they're just not point guards, man. So, once again, it is not likely that Kawhi Leonard joins the Dallas Mavericks. He's got a player option for $39.9 million, and they must offer him the full max offer he obviously deserves. So, who knows? I would say the chances are, I don't even want to predict. I don't even want to put it at a percentage because it's extremely low. It's definitely lower. I think this percent chance Kawhi Leonard re-signs with the Clippers are 75. So of that 25, maybe like a 5% chance he goes to the Dallas Mavericks. So anyways, guys, that's it for today. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit that sub button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.